I need you to grab a pen and a piece of paper because the 5-minute scalping strategy that I'm about to teach you for the NASDAQ should be absolutely illegal. And I'm pretty sure the FBI is about to kick my door in. Now, before we get started in this video, I want you to go ahead and do me a favor and leave a thumbs up because I know the value that I'm about to provide for you will absolutely change your life. Let's hop right into the chart so I can show you this 5-minute NASDAQ scalping strategy that will make you buku money if done correctly with proper risk. So every single day, if we're looking at the charts right now, every single day just about, the NASDAQ is going to give you something, opportunity, I like to call it, to make this a buku amount of money. Now, in this example right here, I have 4 scenarios of what normally happens when the market opens for the NASDAQ. Scenario number 1, what happens is during the Tokyo session, the NASDAQ, of course, isn't really moving, and I'm gonna depict this with my brush. The NASDAQ is just, you can find a few opportunities in the Tokyo session for the NASDAQ, right? But usually the NASDAQ does something like this during the Tokyo session, right before the open of the New York. I like to say Tokyo because that's, Tokyo London session, right before the open of New York, and then it gives you something like this, correct? Right. Let me know if you're tracking. Say tracking down below if you're still tracking. So what normally happens is in scenario number 1, price is, let's just say price comes up to this top zone right here, and then it gives you an opportunity to sell off back down to the lows. All right, that's scenario number 1. But what's more likely to happen is in scenario number 2, if I copy this, let's just see, let's be lazy, copy this again. Copy this again, put that like right there. But what's more likely to happen during the New York session is price is going to do what we call a sweep of the highs, where it breaks above the zone and then comes back down and gives you an indication that it wants to sell back to the lows, right? That's scenario number 2. And the difference between scenario number 1 and scenario number 2 is that price gave you an entry right here, right at that resistance. But what's more likely to happen is price is going to sweep the top and then give you an entry back down to the lows, and then it will be the same vice versa. Let's be lazy again, copy and paste this bad boy and put it right now. And then, like I said, same thing is going to happen pretty much, but vice versa. So price is usually going to come in here, come down to this low and support, and then shoot all the way back up. Now, what's more likely to happen once again is that price is going to, let's be lazy. Let's be lazy. It's not really lazy, it's efficient. Warren Buffett says you got to be naturally lazy, makes you more efficient. Now, but what's more likely to happen is price is going to come down and sweep these lows and then come back up and usually give you an opportunity to buy back up. So that's really all we're looking for. That's really all we're looking for. And then there's also another scenario. I didn't really think about this until now, but there's also another scenario where price will break below, come back up to your it will break below, let's just say break below support, making it resistance, come back up to resistance, and then you can sell it back down. And it'll be the same thing vice versa to the upside, where price breaks above, comes back down to that support now, and then you have opportunity to buy back up. But don't worry, I'm going to give you an example of each one of these in the actual markets. Stay tuned. So the first thing I want you to do is come to indicators right here at the top, and then I want you to put on the indicator Kill Zones by Oscar VS. Shout out to you, Oscar. You're gonna hit that button right there and add kill zones to your indicator, and then there's gonna be a bunch of beautiful colors that pop up on your screen. Go to the kill zones indicator at the top left, hit the settings button, and then I want you to turn off the London yellow. All right, that's how you know, London yellow. And I also want you to turn off the background color for the Tokyo session. All I want you to have is the red. And then for the background color for the New York, which is the top one, you can make this the color blue. I use the color blue. You use whatever color you like. Let's just back this up a smidge more to the Tokyo session. As you can see, just like in the example I just showed you, as you can see, let's go forward a little bit more to the start of New York right here. And just to give it a little bit more accuracy, I want it to be on the very first candle of New York. All right, that's that blue right there. Let me make it a little bit more blue just so we can see. Boom. All right, boom. So I want you to mark off the high, ill, nasty yellow. I want you to mark off the high of the Tokyo session, and I also want you to mark off the low of the Tokyo session, Tokyo Asian session, however you Tokyo London session, however you want to look at it. It's a combination of both, but that's all you're doing. And then taking it back to the example, we are just going to click, and we're gonna watch price and let price do its thing. We're gonna wait until price is in one of these zones, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, so now this candle was let's go back one candle. So we tapped that zone, and remember what I said, and this is all probabilities. You're not gonna win every single trade, but I guarantee when you do find you a winner, you have the potential of getting crazy risk to reward, which is another reason why I absolutely love this strategy. But let's just say price came down here and you wanted to get in right here. Now, although this isn't an entry candle, I will personally, once I've seen this bullish momentum candle, I would take it, and then I would take it to these highs right here, or take it to these highs right here, or or you could just take it to the very next zone, which is what I would do. But me personally, I shoot for a 2-to-1, which would be these highs right here, which is more likely to happen. Remember that you are more likely to catch an easy 2-to-1 than to catch a crazy 10-to-1. And as long as you're stacking up these 2-to-1s, 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 the name of the game is preserve the capital. So let's just go ahead and let price do its thing. And you got smoked. You got smoked, okay? So you lost, let's just say you risked 1% on that trade. Fear not, okay? Fear not. Because what we're gonna do is, once we saw this candle right here, which is a easy hammer, a hammer candle stick, I'm getting in again, guys. I'm getting in again. Do not be afraid to re-enter. Just use proper risk management. Don't be afraid to re-enter. I get in again, and guess what? I'm taking it back up for my 2-to-1. Not only do I get a quicker 2-to-1, but I get ultimately a better trade, which will make my 1% back and then some. So let's just see what happens now. We get in and let it play out. Let me just press play. Let it play out, and boom. Oh my gosh. Okay. We get it. Okay. And we got our 3.2-to-1 risk to reward, making back our 1% loss from earlier, plus an extra 2.6%. And as you can see, like I said, if you want to hold it past the highs, you can. And this could have easily been a crazy, crazy trade, and you could have got out maybe right here on this pullback. Once you've seen that the momentum was changing, the momentum was shifting, plus it's heading towards the end of the day, however you wanted to look at it. But that just went from an easy 1% loss to a 9.6% gain in one day. I'm gonna go ahead and press play, and we're gonna go to the next session and find another opportunity. Right, so as you can see, we got the Tokyo session doing this thing, and then it's gonna head into the London session. I guess you could say London high, but I don't know. I just like Tokyo. I like gathering the information all the way back from Tokyo, because to me that just makes the most sense. We went too far, so let's just do this bad boy right now. All right, so we delete this, delete all of this, because this no longer matters. Sometimes it still matters, but not really. All right, so we have the open of the New York once again with the blue line indicated from the kill zones. So we're gonna mark the high of the Asian London, and then we're gonna mark the low of the Asian London. And we are literally, oh my goodness gracious, we are literally going to do the exact same thing, taking our 4, technically 5, 6 different scenarios that could potentially happen, and we're just gonna wait for price to get into these zones and see what it wants to do. So now price is right here. So let's see what it wants to do. All right, gives you that, gives you huge rejections to the downside. Now, like I said, price is more likely to sweep the highs than to just instantly give you an opportunity. But let's just say you took this sell right here, stop loss right above the high of that candle, and then we go for our 2-to-1 risk to reward. And let's see if we bring it home to bacon. Easy dubs. And if you would have held it all the way down, let's just see, because like I said, that was our 2-to-1, but let's see if we can hold it all the way down to the 3.8. Boom, easy. And this happened in, this trade took about, let's just say, let me zoom out a little bit. This trade took an hour. So you got a amazing 3.8 risk to reward in 1 hour of trading using this very simple strategy. The name of the game is keep it simple. A lot of traders use all of these different indicators and concepts and reversing this and that and this. Trading can be as simple as you want it to be, and that's why I seeked out a way to make trading simple. And this is why I say this should be illegal. So essentially right here within an hour, let's just say 3-to-1 risk to reward, 100K account, you risk 1%. You risking $1,000 to make $3,000. You make $3,000 in 1 hour. And let's just see if we got another opportunity back to the upside, or it just kept dropping. No, so now price has swept the lows, and it kept dumping. It keeps dumping. Okay, so it swept the lows. So you could have held this even more for that 8%, but I don't want you to get greedy because the markets can do whatever, and it doesn't promise you anything. But let's just see what this next candle gives us. All right, boom. This itself as a whole is a pattern that a lot of people don't really talk about. That's why I mark it in yellow, because the nasty yellow. This right here is a bullish momentum pattern that I do look for in the markets. But let's just say we got in right here, stop loss below right here, and then we go for another 2-to-1. Let's see if we lost our money. We did. We lost our money. We lost our money for the day. We lost 1% off our 4% that we gained earlier, but let's see. All right, so let's get in again. Like I said, don't be afraid to get in again. Don't be afraid to get in again, or make your money and leave the markets on. That's however you want to do it. So we started off with about 4% gain, depending on how you held this trade. You could have held it about, you know what I'm saying? And then you lost 1%, so you're up 3% for the day. And then let's just say if we make another whopping, oh man, this one's tough. That was a tough trade, but you did hit TP, or did you? You hit TP. Now you hit TP. This was a very scary trade. I'm not even actually in this trade, and this was a very scary trade. But as long as you trusted the analysis and trust this process, as you can see, sometimes price is gonna scare you a little bit, but you lost that 1%. You started off with a 4% gain, lost 1%, took you down to 3%, and then you got another 2%, giving you 5% for the day. But however you want to trade, if your goal is to get a 2% gain a day, 1% gain a day, however you want to do it, take this strategy. And for homework, I want you to back test it for yourself. Don't just trust some random guy on YouTube, okay? I want you to do exactly what I said. Go to the NASDAQ. If you have drawings on there already, clear the charts or open up another one. Clear it completely. Get the indicator kill zones. Put on the Asian session, New York session. Mark the high of the Asian London and mark the low of the Asian London. And literally just wait for these scenarios. And as you can see, you can make money with a crazy risk to reward. So that's all I have. I had to put this strategy out there in case you never ever heard of this strategy. Had to put it out there. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Like I said previously, if you found value in this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment asking me something. Ask me anything, and I will literally answer you in the comments. Every single comment, every single time. It's been your boy Slim, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.